Okay, so what I've done now is held the lining piece up to my own bust and pinned each cup in, and I forgot, sorry, you will need pins, and I've pinned each cup in just with one pin in an approximate sort of location where I want the cups to sit, keeping in mind you're going to lose a bit of the bottom of this lining piece for seam allowance. And I always notch the centre front and centre back of my pieces, even though the pattern won't always say to, but I just like being able to line things up where the centre and centre back should be. Makes it easier. So after I've done that, they're just pinned from the back. Flip it over, and then what I will do is straighten her up again and pin from the outside, so that you can sort of see where the fabric is and the cup is, and try and avoid the puckers that can sometimes form when you're zigzagging around from the wrong side. Actually, the bonus part about white lining is you can cheat and sew from the right side so that you do avoid these puckers. So anyway, I go around, try not to stretch the lining too much as you go, but you will sort of have to adjust it as you go, and I just like to pin around the edge so you can sort of see where it's going to sit. That's what it looks like from the back. So go on and do that for both your cups, and then have a look and see if they're still sitting in the right place after you've finished. Okay, so there are my cups pinned. It can be a bit of a tricky process, and it's probably, to be honest, the most difficult part of the whole thing. But it's definitely worth it for the extra support. I mean, if you're only little, you won't need it, but I'm a 36 double D, and I need it. It'll also provide nipple coverage, if that's the kind of thing that you're worried about. I'm honestly not, because, you know, we've all got nipples. So I'll show you what to do next. What we're going to do is zigzag that on. I think we've all got a preferred zigzag size, but this one you want just a pretty nice neat little one. And yes, so I'm cheating because I'm sewing from the outside instead of the inside. I can, because I can see through the white lining. Obviously you can't really do this with black lining and black cups, so you'd sew from the other side. I do find it a bit easier to sew from this side, just because you can control any puckering that's going to happen, and it does happen. And look, all we're going to do is try. A bit of puckering, it's not such a big deal, especially on your first pair. Yes, I'm terrible and I sew over my pins. You wouldn't do that. I'm going to teach you all my bad habits in this. You can see a little bit of pucker wants to form there. Part of that's the lining. It's almost like really thick stockings. It's nylon. You can get higher end stuff, and actually my latest batch is better than this. It's a bit thicker. It's a bit more like spandex, and it is nicer to sew with. This stuff isn't bad. You can get some pretty rubbish stuff, so just watch it. The cheap stuff is usually the worst quality, obviously. So I sort of just put a bit of tension on it as I'm sewing. You don't want to stretch it, but just a little bit of tension. See, puckers still want to form, look. This one wants to go. There is one. I always watch videos and people are really quick to snip their threads and I seem to take forever. Alright, so pull your pins out. Alright. So that's all around the outside. Look, it has pocket a bit there. Can you see that? Everybody can see that. I could go ahead and unpick that if I was really pedantic, but I'm not, so I don't care. And that's from the inside. So it's just a little zigzag all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and do the second one and come back.